He only managed a 6-6 draw with Whitlock last week. Thornton escaped the drop on Judgment Night. Whitlock and Newton fell through the trapdoor. And you get the sense that this is a must-win match for the Thorn, but there's no doubt who this crowd are on side with, as they go quiet, singing Michael Van Gerwen's name. Nigel Pearson and John Party commentators.
Thank you, Dave. And we're ready to get this game underway. That game, as you said, Robert Thornton desperately needs to win to really get in a good position to build. He's not in a building position yet. He needs to win this one just to get in that position. And of course, Michael Van Gerwen, the world champion, the world #1, the hardest guy to get that 2 points against. Nigel?
Just the one defeat for Van Gerwen so far in the Premier League, and the reigning Premier League champion, as we know. 6 wins, 2 draws, 1 defeat. His only defeat against fellow countryman Raymond van Barneveld, by the way. That was in Glasgow, and it really has been a fantastic display, as you would expect from Van Gerwen. Now, this man, on his day, and when I talk about on his day, I mean like in Belfast, when he averaged 105.21 in beating Gary Anderson. Robert Thornton, on top of his game, is an absolute delight to watch. Do not rule him out. Although, on 6 points, scraping by on legs difference against Wes Newton to survive. He's got some making up to do after surviving Judgment Night if he's going to knock on the door of the top 4.
83.
Well, yeah, Robert Thornton, he had a lot of chances earlier in the league weeks to get points where he didn't get 2, or he didn't even get 1.
125.
He's played very consistently. He's always been in matches, and I think that's why he got through in the end, survived the cutoff, but you know, he's let himself down a bit for how well he's played.
96.
It's not reflected.
Can Van Gerwen. 12 darter here. What a start. What a start for mighty Michael Van Gerwen with that finish. Holds throw. And in super quick time, Van Gerwen takes the lead here.
121.
Well, a bit of luck there for Thornton in that it was Michael's throw. You know, had that been Robert starting the match and the 12-darter right bang the break, that could be crushing. As it is, Robert can shrug it off. Just needs to get a good leg himself here with throw.
100.
Thornton averaging 94 over the 10 weeks of the tournament. 29 180s. Van Gerwen's hit 32, so not a lot between them 60. On the 180 table. Reigning Premier League champion, world champion. He's got the world at his feet, Michael Van Gerwen, and look at this from Thornton. This is the type of Thorn I was alluding to. If he's going to beat Van Gerwen tonight, he needs to be on top form. And the head-to-head, 9 wins for Van Gerwen, 4 for Thornton, with 1 draw between the two of them.
Robert, you require 140.
Now, Van Gerwen not even on a finish, so no immediate pressure for Thornton, but he's making a bit of a hash of it.
Well, yeah, I think he wanted to answer the 12-dart leg, and
45.
He sort of distracted himself. That first dart he wasn't happy with, and threw a bad second dart because he was disappointed, and now he's under some pressure.
135.
What a third dart that was
95.
from Van Gerwen. And all of a sudden, Thornton is under the cosh here. He can go 20 ball, treble 20 will leave double 5. Oh, brilliant! That's how to respond to the pressure. Levels it up 1 apiece with Van Gerwen waiting to pounce. Very impressive from Robert Thornton.
Yeah, composure, and he'll play his own pace, Robert, because he has to. He's hobbling around up there, and Michael will have to play a little slower as well because he has to wait. But not putting him off, as we see, with that 180 to start.
140.
Yep, still walking with some discomfort, of course, after that little incident last week. Look at this from Van Gerwen.
140.
Well, he really does ignite the atmosphere, ignite the crowd. They are buzzing with the arrival of Van Gerwen on the big stage here. Still to come, Phil Taylor, Adrian Lewis, Raymond van Barneveld, Peter Wright. Fair to say, the crowd are having the money's worth tonight, for sure.
140.
Well, if Van Gerwen keeps playing like this on his own throw, Robert Thornton's can only really think about getting 1 point tonight. He just has to hold his own throw every time because
100.
Van
Mike
Gerwen
Gerwen,
on the throw,
41.
incredible. 9 for double 16 then. 11 dart
Gains
leg
on the third leg.
after a
Robert
12 dart
Van
leg.
Gerwen. Fourth leg is for Robert to throw first.
That
Game on.
is hugely impressive from Van Gerwen. 11 dart leg, 12 dart leg, as John just said. Look at this for a response. Plenty of room for a third. Can't quite get it, but with every time Van Gerwen holds his throw in double quick time, the pressure is immediately back on Thornton to hold.
Well, the only way you can break his throw if
45.
he's doing that is a 9 dart leg. Not to say Robert can't do that, but it's kind of silly to talk about it as a strategic option.
81.
Well, it was a poor first visit by Van Gerwen's high standards. What a response. Another one. Is there room for another? There was, but didn't. 6-ton 40s for Van Gerwen. 118.6 average. Really is astonishing. And this is slack from Robert. Needs to get it together here. A shake of the head as well.
59.
Real chance now for Van Gerwen to put pressure on.
I guess it needs to be said, he's
58.
been lackluster against the throw, though. He's averaging under 100 against throw. 3 turns, he's only at 258. Well, some breathing space in some respects for Thornton.
140.
Good ton 40. But yeah, you're right, John. Van Gerwen very slack against the throw. Almost like when he has the darts, he's a man with a purpose.
81.
But Thornton is handling the pressure well. Battling from the back on 2 occasions here. Needs the ball.
43.
Well, how much would this hurt Thornton?
160.
Yeah, and even if Michael misses it, he's left an awkward double, Thornton. Double 19. He will get a chance for it. But of course, when you're playing the world champ,
24.
world number 1, there's always
Robert
pressure on every dart you
38.
have at a double. Double 19.
Gains on
And
the
he
fourth
handles it
leg.
once again.
Robert Thornton. Fifth
Very
leg,
cool,
Michael throw first.
the Scotsman.
Game on.
Fantastic finishing from both.
60.
Only 60 for Michael. Can Thornton hit the big number here? Put some pressure on against the throw. 10-point difference on the 3 dart average. But level at 2 legs apiece.
59.
And Robert can't capitalise there. Is there a little blip here in this match?
Well, it's just trying too hard there for Robert. I mean, after the first 2 legs that Michael had on his throw, being so good, and to see that no treble turn to start a leg, Robert couldn't believe it. He tried way too hard. This time a little more rhythmical.
140.
Still just a 180 between them in this match. And Michael
30.
letting it slip here. Got to try and get it together, as Thornton now has a real opportunity to get into a winning position in this leg, to break the throw.
That's the trouble when you start off a match with the 180 your first row or something like that, or 11s and 12 dart legs. It's hard to sustain. There's nowhere to go but down. So you're trying to marginalize how your game decreases. It sounds, it's a nice problem to have that you have a great start, but it still does take some psychological management.
Yeah, and it is, if there is a flaw about a world champion and a reigning Premier League champion, Michael
134.
does go through a blip in games, doesn't he? And I think this is it at the moment. With Robert Thornton now
140.
needing
Roger
tops
40.
for a 3-2 lead and a break of throw.
Well, he's had a double 5 once, not
35.
twice.
Michael
Be lucky to
Gerwen,
come back.
90.
That was a break opportunity of vital importance. Michael needs tops to save. Double 10.
80.
Well, I can't believe that.
Roger
Nigel.
Gerwen, 5.
Robert Thornton limping to the hockey. Double 2. This is a big shot now. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Can't imagine the pressure up there on the big stage, and Robert in some discomfort, but battling away here. Needs a win from this match.
It's kind of odd that Robert, succeeded in not being relegated, and his reward is to be bottom of the table.
This man held
59.
by Simon Whitlock last week in Cardiff. Whitlock, bottom of the table, held the league leader. And it's a double shift next week for Van Gerwen as Robert Thornton hits a 180. Yep, Van Gerwen next week in Aberdeen. 2 games for Michael Van Gerwen next
44.
Thursday, April the 17th. In Aberdeen. He plays Phil Taylor and Adrian Lewis in one night.
That's a couple of big stakes.
45.
What a night, what a lineup for Aberdeen. Place will be rocking, I'm sure.
140.
Next Thursday night.
Oh, opportunity now for Van Gerwen to punish Thornton, to get the break back. Good switch. Very good switch.
34.
Got everything he wanted out of that turn, and we know he can take 1-2-4 out with relative ease. So does Robert.
55.
Needed a ton there, really, didn't he, Robert Thornton?
24.
Look at pain over his face. He's about his performance there as well as the foot, I'm sure. Ball now for Van Gerwen.
99. Robbie
Well,
Maguire 125.
Here comes Thornton for 4-2. Can he take this out?
Well, if you don't hit a 25 at least, it makes it tough.
85. Michael Maguire 25.
Good 9, so double 8.
Gives on
No
the
problem at all
leg.
there.
Michael Van Gerwen.
Break straight back.
7 leg is Michael to throw first. Game on.
Robert must be having some vile thoughts at the moment.
Yeah, breaking straight back. That's what a true champion is all about. And can he get a second 180 on the board? Not quite. Just dipped below the ton average now, 99.5, Van Gerwen. And which way will this game go?
26.
See, he broke back, but he didn't really do all the work to get the break. It was a joint venture there, and that's where Robert will be mad at himself.
140.
Yeah, Thornton left the door open and Van Gerwen was there to pounce. And Van Gerwen in control of this leg already. Thornton struggling here.
59.
Away, just threw that last dart away. He knows he's in trouble in this leg.
140.
Well, he has to dig deep because, okay, maybe winning is going to be hard, but if he doesn't win, he needs to get a point at least. Anything he can get out of this, he needs to try and get.
96.
Excuses won't help him in the future.
56.
He'll be back. Coming next, remember, Phil Taylor and Adrian Lewis. What a match that promises to be. And the second appearance of Raymond van Barneveld of the night up against Peter Wright, also in his second appearance after his defeat by Gary Anderson. Barney, by the way, a winner against Dave Chisnell in the first game. And Van Gerwen, a winner with that leg, with that finish, 4-3. He leads. Michael Van Gerwen, the league leader. But he's only held his throw, so Robert Thornton won't be panicking just yet. Far from it, with a performance like this.
Well, his last turn of the last leg, it was irrelevant, but he did have 2 trebles and 1 drop out of the treble, so he's found the mark again, quite clearly. So this match not done.
Van Gerwen's on 102 average, Thornton on 86.
123.
Robert is scrapping for everything here. He won't let Van Gerwen pull clear.
140.
You know, it doesn't seem like Thornton is playing only an 88 average, does it? I mean, he seems like he's playing better than that. And I guess that's because when you take your opportunities, in most cases, it seems like you're playing better than you really are on averages.
38% at the checkout, Robert Thornton.
140.
Oh, Van Gerwen knows that was a big visit. Puts pressure on Thornton to take this out. So now, here we go. Michael Van Gerwen, if he can break here, he'll be within a leg of securing at least a point. Double 13. Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! Michael Van Gerwen turns on the style and is within one leg of ensuring that he will not be beaten in Sheffield.
And that was a good and proper break. Full credit to Michael.
He's on a mission now, isn't he, John?
Well, he just keeps trying to reinforce his #1 status, his champion status. Doesn't want anyone that's in the building, and I'm talking about the players, to forget who he is. And that's the king of the show right now.
But Robert Thornton refuses to accept defeat. Absolutely brilliant! It can't happen, can it? Robert Thornton, bottom of the table, with 6 perfect darts. Make that 7. It's on! Double 12! Oh, what an effort that was!
Well, I did say it was a silly strategy, but it was a good effort. A great effort. Now, as it is, Michael can still take a 170 for a 12-dart leg and prove that he needed it. No. I guess a little too much adrenaline built up through everybody there.
72. Robbie requires 24.
He needs to settle himself in and get this double. It's a double 6 now. 2 darts left. It's a pretty decent marker.
12 score.
And after 8 perfect darts, it could all be to no avail for Thornton. Extraordinary game darts can be. Double 12!
86.
And the door's still open. Can Thornton be rewarded for that magnificent effort, going so close to the 9-darter? Double 6, gets it!
Well, you have to say he deserves that.
Game on.
Survived 1 dart at the double 12 by Van Gerwen, also missing.
This time then, Robert.
Well, it is a good strategy. Not too many guys who survive it, unless they do that.
140.
No 9-dart effort, but he keeps himself behind Robert. Pressure on.
And he's still in some discomfort.
57.
Looked as though he was struggling with his balance as he approached the hockey earlier in the game. Look at this from Van Gerwen. This is spectacular.
135.
What a match. Crowd are loving this, and Taylor Lewis and Van Barneveld right still to come. And Robert Thornton has now hit 1 more 180 in the Premier League than this man, the reigning champion and the world champion. Thornton's hit 34, Van Gerwen's hit 33, and on the night, Thornton with 5 180s to Van Gerwen's 1.
Well, 4 in 2 legs, how about that? Let's see if he can get another 2 the next leg.
59. Michael Uruguay, 86.
And once again, he might lose the leg, though.
Exactly.
If Van Gerwen gets a double, and he's got 2 darts for double 16, he's going to move over to get the most effect out of that first dart.
70.
He really let that sailed on him there. He wanted it right down by that other dart. He was 2 inches above where he wanted to be.
Double 4 to level it. Now this is a big shot.
21.
And Michael Van Gerwen now
Michael Uruguay, 16.
has an opportunity to break the throw with double 8 to guarantee a point. Getting closer. No! Astonishing.
Yeah, and you see the angle there. I think it deflected off one of the flights coming in. And he was probably on course, just caught a little bit of a flight probably. And there's been some luck on Thornton's side tonight. He's earned it. He's played some fantastic darts. I mean, you know, obviously the 9-dart effort being the biggest highlight.
97.
And yet again, another Premier League game in 2014 is going the distance. Terrific stuff, and full credit to this man, Robert Thornton. Under pressure early on, chasing the game, refused to lie down, but proving what a fantastic performer he is.
180.
It's maximum man, Michael van Gerwen, with his second 180.
83. 100.
Well, he won't be happy, but he's still in a pretty good position, Van Gerwen is. 140 doesn't even leave a very good out. 138, and he's 2 trebles to a double if he gets a chance, Thornton. Here's Van Gerwen. 64 left. Went for the bull option.
85.
End up on bull. Didn't get anywhere near it.
138.
You do feel if he's going to have a chance of winning this game, Thornton has to... Well, he had to take that out. And now
98.
Michael van Gerwen is going to step
39.
forward for 39 to guarantee himself a point. Double 16. Now, bit of pressure here. Gets it. That was brilliant. The way he just readjusted himself. He's hit the double. He's hit the 6-leg mark, which means he will not be beaten here.
Well, that time around, he got that dart where he wanted it. Maybe a little higher even, but it went in. There's that time
59.
before, and he went 2 inches above that first dart, which was almost exactly the same position. This time he settled himself down and ensured his point.
Oh! Stunning stuff from Van Gerwen. He's on 15 points, but he wants 16 before he leaves the Steel City tonight.
140.
For Robert Thornton. Well, lower down the order in 8th place, but look at Van Gerwen here. Absolutely turning on the style when it matters most.
Well, you feel for Robert Thornton like maybe he should got more out of this match than he's probably going to get. But if he's going to lose, how about a 9-darter to finish you off, Robert?
96.
Come on, Michael, let's see what you can do. He's treble 19. Oh! He wanted that badly. He didn't quite do as well as Robert, though. That's probably bothering him. Robert got the 8 dart, didn't he?
Yeah, did.
I'm telling you, that's what he'll be thinking about. We're pretty vain at times.
Oh, well, Robert Thornton has played quite beautifully, but this has been a match for Michael van Gerwen. Just 1 defeat in the Premier League, and now he needs tops. Michael van Gerwen leads the Premier League on 15 points. It's 1 defeat in 10. Credit Robert Thornton, a brave, gutsy display, but it's the reigning champion, Michael van Gerwen, who leaves the Steel City with 2 big points to his name.